God is faithful. His compassions never fail. They are new every morning. Great is His faithfulness. I would like to share with you about God's faithfulness at PAAV Gitombo community. I am Wanjiro Mukunga, simply known by many as Wanji. I was born and raised in Gitombo, a small impoverished community in the central part of Kenya, about 37 miles from Nairobi. About 17 years ago, while a student at Denver Theological Seminary, Colorado, I started getting constant thoughts about Gitombo and seeing its residents, both young and old, through the new lens I had acquired while living and studying in the US. These thoughts had a bearing one day in 2003. While in chapel at the seminary, listening to a presentation on child adoption, I wondered within me which of the marginalized children in my village would get adopted. I said to myself, the whole Gitombo village needed adoption. From that moment, the thought, Project Adopt a Village, crystallized in my mind. A thought which through subsequent years would grow to finally become the robust organization PAAV is today. PAAV International Ministries was registered in Colorado as a non-profit in the year 2014. PAAV has a long and unique history working in Gitombo to break the glaring cycle of poverty. First, by getting to know the people, to help prioritize what of the many needs, namely water, education, economic, health, etc., was important to the people. Water was highly prioritized. And in 2013, piped water into homes was celebrated with ice cream, a fun day that was for this fledgling community. Education for the children was next and unanimously agreed on as a necessity. In 2014, PAAV put up a temporary shack and started a kindergarten with only 3 children, which soon expanded to 25 children and one teacher. In 2015, we hit a wall since we had no land to continue with the school. God is faithful. God made a way. We bought land that had an abandoned, dilapidated house not too far from the shack. We started on a renovation journey to convert this house into a school. In 2016, the children moved to this new location. The renovation has been ongoing since. At the same time, we've been putting up other temporary buildings to accommodate the growing school. On my part, I worked for many years in Denver, Colorado. I resigned from my chaplain job and returned back to Kenya to assume leadership of the PAAV ministries in Kenya in 2018. One thing that became obvious was that the children came to school hungry. We started on a one-meal program through a food donation from the US administered by a local church in Kenya. This food donation was only for a time, although we no longer get this donated food. It helped us a great deal. We started to give children food, yes, and started to grow our own vegetables when it were possible, depending on the rain and land availability. A donor from Ireland helped us construct Baraka House that works both as a dining room and a community hall. A church in Denver helped us install an energy-saving stove in the kitchen, making it easier to prepare and serve food. A couple that has supported PAAV over the years bought a cow so the children would get milk. Another donor from Germany added another cow that gave to another cow. As a result, children take porridge with milk in the morning and eat a balanced lunch. Recently, another couple donated storage water tanks because water too has been an issue for us. PAAV Gitombo Community School offers more than academics. These little boys and girls are well nurtured and provided with an all-round education touching the mind, body, and spirit. It is a fulfilling thought to see these growing and happy children play and learn and be children. We changed the uniform as well. The uniform is made at school, and that gave jobs to two grandmothers. One works as a seamstress, while the other one makes sweaters. They are able to pay school fees for their grandchildren. While most children from our school come from very humble, impoverished homes, limited at many levels, once they wear the uniform and come to school, a child assumes a sense of identity and a sense of belonging. Our chapel and Sunday school is conducted in both English and Swahili, the national language, and does attract children from other schools. PAAV Gitombo Community School is growing. We have reached grade 5 with 140 children, 9 teachers. To run the school calls for more help now with the operations, food, books, salaries, etc. The parents are not able to support the children at home, leave alone pay the school fees. As you listen, your help to keep the school running and pay salaries is crucial. Most children in our school are interrelated, meaning that most of them come from the same homes or are the same families. So it does not always go very well when one child is sponsored and another one left out. Because of that, we have adopted a classroom sponsorship program for the little children in the lower grades. That means the class sponsorship will take care of crafts, crayons, stationery, books, and pay the teacher's salary. We plan on an individual child sponsorship for the upper grades. You see, from grade 4 onwards, the children are capable of communicating and forming close and lasting relationships with their sponsors. So please select a child you would like to form a relationship with. This is highly encouraged. So clan sponsorship for the grades is $30 a month. And individual sponsorship for the older children is $50 a month. In line with the PAAV mission to give hope and opportunity to the children of Gitombo through Christ-centered education, our teachers, both male and female, are very committed to go beyond the academics to reach these children with love and kindness. The new education system in Kenya, competent-based curriculum, CBC as it's called, works very well with our mission. Our teachers are trained on a continuous basis. I do a weekly Bible study that has changed them to effectively apply what they learn into their teaching ministry. For our teachers, we need more sponsors. Teachers at the lower grades is $150 per month and $200 for teachers in the upper grades. The non-teaching staff also do a weekly Bible study with me that helps them in their relationship, commitment to work. Most staff members are parents in our school, and because they have jobs, they pay school fees and buy uniform for their children. Besides the children at PAAV Gitombo Community School, we have another 22 children that have been sponsored individually to boarding schools in Kenya. Most of these are now at the secondary school level and should be graduating in a few years to join college, God willing. PAAV caters for all children, including those who struggle and those with special needs. No child is left behind. For our special needs and struggling children, we have recently started to partner with a vocational school, And in fact, one of the boys is already pursuing a course in sign and painting. That is going on very well. And I so much thank God for the sponsor of these young men. Indeed, let me take this opportunity to thank all the sponsors of the boarding school children. Without you, these children would not have had that education. You see, the children are the future of the community, going beyond the levels their parents who did not have that opportunity to have the education they are getting today. Our parents are for the most part made of very young parents, very limited education. Mostly they are single mothers and grandmothers who have been forced by circumstances to assume the responsibility of these children. They do not pay school fees regularly. Over the years, we have had visitors and volunteers come to the school, most of them coming from the US, Europe, and Kenya too. Every visitor who came left an indelible mark in the hearts of the children and the community through their teaching and their presence. We long to have you come visit either for a short or for a long mission. Students are welcome to take off some time from college or while they are waiting to join university to come for a different cultural experience in Gitombo. Please plan on a visit. The Gitombo Community School is growing and making a difference in the community. We definitely need your support to keep the school running and growing to 2022. So our immediate needs once again are food. We need to buy beans and maize. We need sponsors for the classrooms. We have about 6 classrooms. And we need individual child sponsorship for the children in grades 4 and 5. We need teachers sponsors at $150 a month or $200 depending on the grade. 3, we are looking for support for the Men Pillars group. We do have a wish list. We need to buy a camera. We need a projector. We need laptops, printers. We need to give the children outdoor and indoor games. And lately, the children have been asking me if they could go on a school trip. So please help us at all these levels. And while you're thinking about that, let us think about Paul's reminder in 1 Corinthians 9:7-8. Each of you, he says, should give what you decided in your heart to give, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. And God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things, at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. Friends, thank you for choosing to support PAAV Gitombo Community School Ministries by partnering with PAAV International Ministries. God bless you. Asante.